Right folks, it is Wednesday, July the 10th, 2019. I am doing a newspaper review for Blue Van Man 2.0. I'm going through the Star again. It's fairly easy, as I've always said, it's fairly easy. It don't offend anybody as such, and yes, I know there's a few ladies topless in there, but whatever. Right. There's the paper. Right. So, Kelly, don't call me sexy. Kelly Brook bans work chums from referring her as a sex symbol. She watched radio stations panic after warning them of discussing her raunchy pin-up past in the office. Page 5. Kelly, forget I'm a sex. Kelly, forget I'm a sex symbol. Well, it's a bit hard to do, Kelly, really, because you are. Yes, you might want to be known for your brains and your acting ability and all that kind of stuff and your fabulous relationships you have with men, but you're not really good at any of them, are you? So we'll just take it that you're a good looking girl and, you know, we'll leave that there. Right, Sturridge anguish as dog has been nicked, page 7. And heartbroken England star Daniel Sturridge has offered £30,000 for the safe return of his beloved dog. The former Liverpool striker, 29, revealed his pet, Lucky Lukey, had been kidnapped by burglars who broke into his Los Angeles home. The footballer was said to who is without a club after leaving the Reds this summer. There's talk of him going to Leicester. Oh, gold. The footballer who is without a club after leaving the Reds this summer said 4 bags had been stolen by 3 men during the raid on Monday night. He shared his address and pleaded with the kidnappers to return the pooch, £4,000 Panamanian pooch. 3-line star added £30,000, bring him home. And well, I don't really know what to say about that. It's a terrible thing to happen, and I hope he gets the dog back. That I do. You know, some people out there, unbelievable. Right, page 2. Right, let's. Donald Trump has been branded a snowflake after his online outburst about the UK ambassador to the United States. The American president threw a hissy fit after it emerged. Sir Kim Drach, can't remember, has been labelled his administration inept and incompetent. A bit like my reading out of a newspaper. The wacky ambassador said the UK foisted upon the United States is someone who we thrilled with a very stupid gripe. To be fair, if he's called him that, when all said and done, you have to show a bit of respect, whether you agree with the bloke or not. I don't particularly agree with Jeremy Corbyn, but I do respect the guy for he is what he is, and you have to do that. And you can't go, well, I suppose you can, but you're working in a place like America, you've got to, I don't know, if you don't like it, you don't mind all the rewards of America, do you? You don't mind the big massive paycheck, you don't mind the big, the lifestyle out there. So, Jason Donovan burst into tears when his daughter Gemma landed a role in Neighbours. Oh my God. There's Bounce of the dog still there. Stranger Things season 3 has already been seen by 40.7 million households. More than 18 million around the world finished the entire series in 4 days. I think my ginger kid's into that stuff. Corrie star Jack P. Shepherd won't go into jungle in case he blurts out something daft. I don't think you got to go into the jungle, mate, to do that. You can do that anyway. I think you passed history on Twitter. No, we know you do that. Around 100 travellers have bowled up near Edgbaston Cricket Ground hours before England's face Australia in the Thursday World Cup semi-final. I really didn't think England were going to do that. I honestly thought that they'd completely screwed it up. More than 30 caravans towed by a fleet of luxury cars and 4x4s descended on Calthorpe Park in Birmingham, just 200 yards from the stadium. Labour councillor Ziaur Malik said town hall chiefs had failed to protect the park. Well, why have they failed to protect the park? What are you going to do? Have like 24-hour security around the park? What? That's just complete stupid talk. You shouldn't have to guard a park in case a load of travellers turn up to set up camp and leave it as a mess, which, on form normally happens. So Unbelievable. The Yorkshire Ripper's ashes should be flushed down the prison toilet, according to the Daily Star readers. You were furious when we revealed ailing Peter Sutcliffe wants his remains scattered by his ex-wife Sonia in Paris, where the honeymoon. The 73-year-old, who murdered 13 women and attempted to kill 7 more, may have just weeks to live, and Sutcliffe is serving a whole life sentence in a maximum security Franklin prison, County Durham, for the murders which he carried out between 75 and 80. His letter, in a letter to a pen pal, said his happiest moments were in 1974 honeymoon, the 1974 honeymoon, which he described as magic. I don't know, have they made a film about him yet? I'm surprised somebody ain't made a film about him, the big fat lying bastard, killing, murdering, rapist, fucking shithead. I don't understand why he's still alive anyway. But there again, to have him alive, suffering like he does, because he's gone blind, isn't he? And I think he's got problems and all that. He's been attacked a few times, so perhaps death was, you know, hanging or whatever, would have been too good for him. But I don't understand. I don't understand why we waste so much money on him. I just think, you know, chuck him in a room and leave him there in a very dim lit room with the odd bit of food scraps thrown at him would have been quite suffice myself. But there you go. Right, Olivia Newton-John has slammed snowflakes for suggesting the 1978 hit film Grease is outdated. The actress and singer who is fighting breast cancer for the 3rd time. Good luck with that, Olivia. I mean, good luck with beating it. That was a sarcastic comment. Somebody asked recently if the Grease story is still relevant today. Shy girl becomes sexy because she wants to be popular. It's a film. No, in fact, that's what she says. Oh, for goodness sake, it's just a film. She plans to auction the jacket and trousers off she wore this year for raise money for charity cancers. Cancer charities. It's a film. Why do people have to look so deep into things and, you know, analyse it and then make out that it's not appropriate for today? Everything is appropriate for today. You can't change our past of anything. It's there. It's done. It might have been wrong, but at the time it was okay. Don't go fucking around with everything. Just fuck off. If you don't like it, leave it for the people that do like it. It's fucking unbelievable. A woman on a first date ended up on a 130-mile-an-hour police terror drive being chased by police. 130-mile-an-hour terror drive being chased by police. Megan William, 20, clung on as Harmspreet Basanti, also 20, sped off to impress her. He had taken his brother-in-law's Mercedes without permission. Police gave chase after spotting the car hurtling around in Swansea, but couldn't keep up. Brian Simpson, prosecutor, said the girl was consistently telling him to slow down, but all he did, not talk to her. He was handed a 1-year suspended sentence, 200 hours of unpaid work and an 18-month driving ban, and £720 court costs. Why didn't he just get 5 years in prison? 5 years in prison, sitting next to the Yorkshire Ripper. It's quite easy, that. In a dimly lit room. Kerry Katona. Kerry puts on a brave face just days after her ex-husband George Kay's death. Oh my God. Didn't know that. A thug who once threatened to Raoul Moat everyone killed a Liverpool fan on his way home from watching the Champions League. James Gelling, 31, attacked the Reds fan in Southport, Manchester United, in Southport, Merseyside. What was rushed up? Why do people do that? Why do they have the need to just go and beat somebody up? I mean, this Galing's 31, he's picked on somebody who's 51 and just beat him up. What the fuck is wrong with people? I just cannot honestly understand it. Right. Toxic fish have turned up on a UK beach. What they done? Just walked up with here, I'm a toxic fish. Here's my suitcases. Warnings have been issued after the tiny weaver, Britain's most venomous species of fish, appeared in Newquay, Cornwall. Its spines carry a neurotoxin and causes extreme pain and paralysis. You're paralysed, basically. Last year, 70 people were stung in the country. Oh, there you go. 4 WW1 German warships sunk in Scapa Flow in Orkney in 1919 that have been sold on eBay for a combined 85,000. Is that where people are going to go diving down and... Oh, fuck me, bloody... Love Island's still going. Why is it? What is it so special about this Love Island? I honestly don't understand. It's not real. You call it a reality thing. It's not reality. It's shit. Oh, do you know what I was going to say? Are people really like that in real life? But they obviously are, because they seem to think it's fucking normal. You know, it's not normal. It's just shit. It's just shit. So. Right, what have we got here? Meghan, what's she doing? Meghan Markle has been labelled childish after fans were told not to take photos of her at Wimbledon. Who is a fan of Meghan Markle? Because the more she's going on, I mean, this is her, look, there she is, look. Meghan, sitting there like she fucking owns the place. Do you know what she's going to end up like? She's going to end up like Fergie, but Fergie, I mean the princess, not the manager. The Duchess of Sussex made a surprise appearance on Court 1 to watch her pal Serena Williams in action, but his claimed security staff tried to stop tennis fans from snapping her. Sally Jones, 64, who was sitting in the same row as the royal, watched Serena in action. I was happily snapping shots of the superstar American powering down huge serves when I felt a tap on my shoulder. Would you mind not taking photographs of the Duchess? A voice ordered politely. She is here in a private capacity. I'll tell you what I said. I said, you can fuck off. Fuck off. For one, we pay her fucking wages. Now she's not poncing around in some shit American fucking thing. So you're coming out, we pay your house, we paid this. This is what is wrong with the royals, right? I am a royalist, right? But she ain't royal, right? She's an American fucking actress and she's living in a fucking fairy tale, and it's all gonna go wrong. And she is going to end up in a fucking tunnel in France somewhere or something like that if she keeps going on like she's doing. You're not special, Meg, right? So don't come over here fucking telling us how we are and that you can't take me picture. You can fuck off. Fucking unbelievable that they are. They come in, don't take me picture, but I'll take your fucking money in your tax. And I only cost you £1.60 a day. You fucking don't, you bitch. I'll take. If I want your picture, I'll take the fucking picture of you, right? Knobhead. Right, Plaster Steph Leeson has vowed to beat web bullies who have launched a hate campaign against her after she was crowned Britain's best. The 43-year-old mum was trolled online by jealous male colleagues, had dog poo posted through her letterbox, and daughter Meghan's face superimposed on internet porn pictures. She says the abuse began 20 minutes after she was named Plasterer of the Year. Steph, who has mastered the skill over 20 years, has been forced to quit social media and change her phone number 3 times due to abuse. But she said her ordeal has been more demanding to succeed in an overwhelmingly man's world. Well, fair play to you. There she is. Fair play to you, girl. I tell you what's gone wrong there. She gets on with a fucking job, and the blokes are sitting there drinking tea and talking about fucking football. We've got Gaza here, Paul Gascoigne is all smiles before a quad bike horror crash in Benidorm that left him cut to bits. The ex-England footballer hit a boulder and flipped over. I tell you what, these bloody bike things, they're fucking dangerous, they are. Ozzy Osbourne had a bit of a thing on, didn't he? Bloody hell. Despite his history of battling alcohol problems, he stayed off the booze during the trip. Well done to you, Gaza. A doctor says he was sacked after refusing to call transgender patients by the chosen sex. David McAtery, a disability assessor, is working with the Department of Pensions to Employment and Pensions to an employment tribunal. The claims that the WDP breached his rights to freedom of thought, and religion. Right, I'm trying to find out what he said. Last year I was training to do a medical assessment for the Department of Works and Pensions, and because of my Christian convictions I felt I couldn't use pronouns. The words he and she, arbitrary amount. Oh, fuck's sake, I just fucking, people always can take offence over anything. It's fucking accidents happen and just fucking, oh, God, the world's gone completely fucking nuts. Karen Matthews is tackling the Titanic task of getting a job by adopting the name of movie star Kate Winslet. Hold on, Karen Matthews, that's her who fucking hid a kid in the loft, wasn't it? The con who staged the kidnapping of her then 9-year-old daughter Shannon Wright to pocket a £50,000 reward swaps Kate and Karen in a bid to well, why don't she call herself Kerry Matthews, and then she could say, it's all over the front page, you give me road rage, can I have my child back? No, because you're a twat. Right, I'm not bothered about all that thingy news. Right, a dog poses in front of stunning landscapes as she travels the UK. Poppy the cockapoo visits scenic sites with owners Kerry Whitehouse 28 and Andy Jarvis 30 of Cheltenham. And there we have the dog. We could do that with a doodle, couldn't we? But he'd probably jump off that. A nurse crushed when a gran wobbled off her Zimmer frame and sat on her is in line for a £200,000 compensation. Sgt Suman sued employer Ashton Healthcare Limited after suffering a fractured knee. The 38-year-old accused care home bosses of not doing a proper risk assessment and has now won her court case. Her patient in her 80s fell backwards onto Mrs. Suman, helping her into a wheelchair. Mrs. Simone, the patient who has dementia, seemed to crumble, and said there was nothing she could do to avoid the collision. She needed major surgery after the July 2014 incident. Her employers were told they had breached the duty care and all that kind of shit. Lawyers are now seeking £200,000 compensation. £200,000 compensation for a dodgy knee. What the fuck's going wrong there? How the fuck has she got £200,000 for an incident in 2000? You know what? I just fucking can't believe this. A police sergeant dubbed Robocop has quit because of his post-traumatic stress disorder. Al Livingston, 36, was the UK's top arresting officer, collared 5,000 suspects, but he suffered a significant mental breakdown. I went from being the UK's top arresting officer to being so troubled by what I'd seen and done in the line of duty that I had to walk away from the very job that defined me. It was accumulation of exposure to trauma such as house fires, fatal car crashes, murders, for example, but also speaking to bereaved families. Do you know what? I can understand that. And the cops don't get that much money, really, do they, when they think about it? The ones who sit in the ivory towers with the desk and they just, oh, I'll just sign that expenses off and I'll just do a bit of that and do a bit of fuck all. Yeah, you've got these lads and lasses out there who are, you know, on the front line getting all the shit. They don't get paid that much. And I no wonder he's got bloody post-traumatic PSD or whatever it is. Unbelievable. Dawn Neeson, don't know who you are, so it's about TV, so I'll give that a mess. British troops could soon be equipped with Star Wars style laser blasters. The guns, known as direct energy weapons, could be high energy, would use high energy light beams to destroy enemy drones and missiles, powered by electricity and operating with ammunition. They also designed to disrupt and disable computers with electronics. The Ministry of Defence is investing up to £130 million into this. That sounds quite good, and you know, and all that. But how about just giving the normal basics to the lads in the the girls in wars? You know, like boots that fit. That'd be a fucking good idea. School pupils are getting classmates in living. Oh, right, what's this one here? School pupils are getting to classes in living away from home, managing their money and interacting with people. They're getting a lesson in life, are they? Alright, fair enough. That's probably a good idea, because life ain't easy. You know, you go to school, you learn all these exams, you learn all the lessons and stuff, but when you actually get out there in this big wide world, it's a completely different load of crap than what they tell you at school. So, right, cracking on, folks. I'll come on 20 minutes. What happened to Love Island who quit? Who gives a fuck what happened to Love Islanders after they quit? Who gives a fuck? I'm fed up with it. How about just go and get living a normal fucking life? Become a YouTube bloke. That'd be an idea. Right. Yeah, we'll do Just Jane, shall we? I'm hurt by a secret wedding. I can't forgive my only daughter for running away to Gretna Green and marrying in secret. She denied me the chance to share a big day. She started dating her husband at 17. I've been saving up for that ever since. I also saw a big family wedding as an opportunity for me to pay back all the folks who have invited me to places over the years. But I was denied the opportunity, and I was like, do you know why? Because you've obviously got a problem with you and your daughter. He said, you're making it all about you and not your daughter. What you should say is, well, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you did that. But how about we just have a little bit of a party now it's all done? Yeah? Just to, let's put the full stop at the end of it. So stop going on about yourself and fuck off. How do I stop my controlling mother from moving in with us? She has just been kicked out by her much older lover for trying to put his house in her name. She's 58 and he's 82. His son and daughter were alerted by the solicitors and got involved to showing her the door. Well, oh, you fucker. She's now sleeping on my sister's floor and is more bitter and angry than I've ever known her. The only thing my vain, arrogant mother seems to think she's entitled to. I think the best tell her to just fuck off. Because once they're in, you'll never fucking get rid. You won't get rid of that. Sounds like she's self-obsessed. Yeah. His new girl is so boring. I don't understand. My ex, the love of my life, has chosen his new girlfriend over me. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but I'm vivacious, fun and sexy. Well, perhaps that's not what he wants, sweetheart. Perhaps he don't want somebody getting pissed up and getting the tits out at every party. Just perhaps he just wants a normal life and a quiet life. Quiet life's quite good, to be fair. I see them in the pub and she looks drab and grey. She might take it up the arse. You don't know. Perhaps you don't do that. Perhaps she's got something there that you haven't got. Perhaps she likes the colour grey. How many second chances should I give my untrusty, unfaithful girlfriend for 3 years? She's just let me down again for the 4th time, but is begging for another opportunity to prove to me that she's not all bad. The latest drama involves sex with her boss and cash going missing from my wallet. Well, look, mate, you've got 2 choices there. You can either shut the fuck up and put up with it, or you can say, piss off. Because it ain't going to change. That ain't going to change. That is not going to change. Right, what are we on? 22 minutes, 36 seconds. Not a lot in the sport at the moment, is there? It's a bit dull. How's Andy Murray getting on? Has shelved plans for a singles comeback at the US Open after talks with his team. Murray and Serena beat Fabulous Martin and Raquel Atawo 7-5, 6-3. Yeah, fair play to you, Andy. You've done well. I never thought he'd hold a fucking racket again, but obviously he has. He's done it and he's coming back, and I think he'd probably be better off sticking at this kind of stuff, because I think that kind of injury at his age won't get better that much, and I think you've got to look about your future life, mate. You've got to be able to keep on walking. Your body can only take so many injuries and stuff. So right, what else have we got here? Cricket World Cup. It's all kicking off, isn't it, at the moment with India and New Zealand. So, right, we're up for a new gold standard. Oh, that's new. That's Wolves. Bayern Munich still want Leon Sane. There you go. This is it, really. Oh, Martinez. Newcastle. Sorry, folks, I'm just reading about Newcastle. Who they're trying to take. Who they're on about. Bruce's bonus. Steve Bruce has leapt to the front of the queue to become Newcastle United boss. The Sheffield Wednesday manager Fitztoon owners Mike Ashley's decided to appoint someone with Premier League experience, and that leaves Bruce, who spent 4 years in charge of arch rivals Sunderland. Why? What the fuck is Mike Ashley doing? He had a perfectly good manager with fucking Rafa Benitez, and now he's on about getting Mr. Potato Head. What the fuck is going wrong there? It is absolutely unreal that a bloke that can why wouldn't anybody want... Do you know what? I honestly thought as well, that Mike Ashley would get Claudio Ranieri. And then that really would have done him, because whatever I know you all know I'm a Leicester fan, but whatever Claudio did there at Leicester was just, it was more luck, right place, right time, everything just fell into plan. And it'll never happen again. Well, it'll never happen again. Leicester might win the league again, because they're obviously investing money. If they can keep hold of Harry Maguire and all that, then fair enough. But that kind of fairy tale story will never ever happen again. And if Mike Ashley thought, I honestly thought that they'd try and get Claudio Ranieri, but there you go. So anyway, folks, I'm knocking that on the head now. 5 minutes to spare. Done well there. Laters.